How's it going, troops? Jordan here, bringing you the third episode of my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare weapon guides. In today's weapon guide, we're going to be taking a look into the submachine gun category, and we're going to be looking at one of the best SMGs to use in Advanced Warfare. And no, I don't mean the ASM-1, I mean the KF5. So the KF5 is a submachine gun that you get to unlock straight away at level 1. In game, it's definitely one of the best submachine guns to use, and is also my personal favourite SMG. The KF5 has the best range in its submachine gun class. This means it's going to take less bullets to kill enemies off at range, which makes the KF5 quite versatile. Believe it or not, the KF5 is actually based off a real life weapon called the Sig Sauer MPX. When I first saw the KF5, I immediately thought to myself, hold on a second, it looks like the Call of Duty 4 MP5. And so I automatically thought this is going to be the Advanced Warfare version of the MP5 from Call of Duty 4. But unfortunately that is not the case. Instead, it is based off the Sig Sauer MPX. The MPX is a Swiss design and was designed back in 2013, and the weapon was released to the public back in 2014, making this weapon quite new. The MPX features a collapsible stock, which we can see on the KF5's menu image, and is also the first ever submachine gun to feature a fully closed and rotating bolt system. In Advanced Warfare there are two elite variants to the KF5 SMG, and these two are the Spanner and the Breakneck. The Spanner offers increased range in return for a decrease in fire rate, and the Breakneck offers increased fire rate in return for decreased accuracy. Out of the two, I have to say that the Breakneck is definitely the better choice. One reason is that the Breakneck offers a faster fire rate, which means that you can pump bullets into your enemies a lot faster, but the other reason is that the KF5 already has an increased range, which means that using the Spanner won't increase our range that much, making the weapon quite pointless. So now that we've gone through the introduction to the KF5 submachine gun, let's take a look at a few general features. The recoil for the KF5 is quite moderate, as you can see from my grid. This means that the recoil can be controllable but isn't exactly the best over range. Personally, I would recommend using a foregrip with the KF5 to reduce this recoil. The KF5 has a unique trait. The first 5 bullets of each magazine deal a lot more damage, which means that you should reload the KF5 as often as you can. The damage figures for those first 5 shots are at 35 and 25, which means you're going to need 3 bullets up close to take out a target, or over distance it's going to take you 4 bullets to take out a target. As for the rest of the bullets in the magazine, the damage figures for those are at 33-18, which means that it's going to take you 4 shots at close range to kill an enemy, or over distance it's going to take you 6 shots to kill. Just like a lot of the weapons in Advanced Warfare, the KF5 has a headshot multiplier of 1.1, which isn't going to make much of a difference when shooting at your enemy's head over range, but will definitely help you out in close range as it will reduce a shot to kill. And finally, the iron sights for the KF5 are quite clean indeed and are decent to use. The KF5 has a front pin and inner ring and has a rear notch and rotary drum, kinda similar to the FMP90 and MP5, so an optic isn't really required, although if you're going to be using the benefits of the KF5's range, then I suggest you equip a red dot sight just to be accurate. So let's go a little bit more in depth with the KF5 SMG. The fire mode for the KF5 is fully automatic, which means that you can constantly pull down that trigger. The magazine size for the KF5 is at a nice 40 rounds, and if you equip extended mags, that buffs the magazine capacity up to 60 rounds. This means that scavenger isn't really necessary, but can be used if you choose to. The fire rate for the KF5 is at 869 rounds per minute, which means that you can melt enemies in close range. The reload time for the KF5 is at 1.8 seconds, or 0.8 seconds if you have a fast reload. This takes an entire second off your reload, so fast reloading is always nice. Plus the fact that the first 5 bullets of each magazine have increased damage, which means that using the fast reload might be useful. The movement speed, like all the other submachine guns, is at 100% of the base speed, and the aim time for the KF5 is at 220 milliseconds. So now that we've gone a little bit more in depth with the KF5, it's time to take a look at my recommended attachments when using this weapon in game. My first recommended attachment is the foregrip. Like I said, the KF5's recoil is quite moderate, and by equipping a foregrip we get to reduce that recoil a lot more, making us a lot accurate at a distance. My second recommended attachment is the quick draw grip. With the submachine guns having fast movement and allowing you to rush a lot more, having quick reflexes will allow us to lock onto targets a lot faster, so by equipping the quick draw grip it allows us to have those fast reflexes. And finally, my third recommended attachment is the laser sight. Because this is an SMG, the hip fire is already quite tight, and we can tighten that hip fire even more by using the laser sights. This also helps out if you're a spray and pray player, so the laser sight on the KF5 can be useful in some situations. So troops, this concludes my weapon guide to the KF5 submachine gun. Let me know in the comment section below if you use the KF5 at all, and if you like it or not. I'd be interested to know. If you did enjoy this weapon guide, then don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it a lot. If this is the first video of mine and you like what you saw, then do consider subscribing. It would definitely help me out a lot. Let me know in the comment section below which weapon you'd like to see in a near future weapon guide. And until the next video, I thank you all for watching, stay true to me troops, and I'll see you in game.